Hey guys, today we're working on my Audi Q5, and what happened is I've been driving the car for a while now and I noticed it has automatic rain sensing wipers. That's not what I noticed, but I noticed that it doesn't work very well. So the rain has to be coming down heavier than I need it to be before the wipers kick on. Um, which I don't know why. I thought maybe there was something you could adjust in the settings, but I turned it all the way to the fastest option and it still wasn't it wasn't as proactive as I needed to be. On a really light drizzle or on a light dew, it simply wouldn't detect any rain and it wouldn't come on. So I'd have to turn the wiper on, turn it off, and I know these rain sensors work good because on my Touareg it worked perfect. I never had a problem with it. It's just on this Q5. Well, today I was cleaning my windshield. I was just, it was kind of dirty on the outside, had some crusty stuff on there, and I was up there with a razor blade kind of scraping the stuff off, and I noticed that right in the middle of the rear view mirror where the rain sensor is, there is some kind of glue. It looked like the mirror had been removed, or maybe the windshield had been replaced at some point, and the glue, the epoxy that's used to hold the mirror up in place, they got a little bit of extra smudge on there, and it's right in front of the sensor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to remove the rear view mirror, and also how to remove the rain sensor. So let's get into it. As usual, if you like my videos, click like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Alright, so here we are in the front of the car, and so here's the mirror, and the rain sensor is right in that little hole in the middle in front of the rear view mirror. So I'm gonna get up a little closer to see if I can show you guys what's going on. Alright, so this is the sensor is right in here on the top. You see that little white light? That is a light emitting diode, and then there's a receiver on the other side of it. But if you look at it, you'll see it looks all wavy and stuff, like if you put crazy glue and it doesn't dry properly. So that's what's in there, and so I'm guessing that's distorting the light, or it's distorting the signal. So I'm going to take this off and clean up in here, and hopefully that'll make the rain sensing wiper work properly. So let me show you guys how the process of taking the mirror off. It's actually really simple. You don't need you don't need screwdriver or anything. You just flat screwdriver and a pick, which I need to go get my pick, but I'm going to show you guys real quick the process of taking the mirror off. So here we are on the inside. I gotta open that other side because it's hot today. And first we have this long piece that goes from the top to the bottom, and this has clips on the sides here and then up here, but usually you can just reach in here. So you want to reach in here and pry it back. See, that side pried back, and then the other side, oh, the other side came off already. So once you do that, I guess, oh, the whole thing came out. That was way easier than expected. I hope I didn't break anything, but the proper removal of the mirror is that this goes in here, turns slightly clockwise, and you turn it clockwise to lock it in place. I'll show you guys when I'm putting it back. And then when you're removing it, you just grab it. It feels like it's gonna break, but you twist it counterclockwise just a little bit. It'll click, and then the whole thing comes off. So, well, the tabs are still in there and they're in place, so it doesn't look like anything broke. I don't know how that came off so easy, but anyway, the next thing, I got sunlight messing up my view here, but there is a metal ring around this holding this rain sensor in place. So I need to get a pick and pull this tab on this side of the ring and the one on the other side, and once I get that off, then I should be able to remove the rain sensor and get to the windshield where it's got that little goop in there and clean that off. So let me go get a pick and I'll take that off. I couldn't find my pick, but I got a really small screwdriver, and I mean, I got another one here, but this one is even smaller. And so if I could get that to focus, but you just kind of go behind this metal piece and pry it back, and ta-da, it came off like that. And yeah, whatever they put on here, that goop, it shouldn't still be a liquid. Like it's whatever it is, it never dried. That shouldn't be like that. So the next part in the process is to remove the rain sensing unit, which it just comes out at this point. That metal ring is the only thing holding it in place. All right, and so yeah, you see all that. Here, let me go around this way, facing this way. So yeah, now you can see it really good. See all that goop? So I got to clean all that off, and whatever it is, it never hardened. So I got to clean all that off. It feels like rubber silicone. And then I have to clean off the windshield really good behind there also, so that the sensor gets a good signal and is able to detect water. And once I do that, then I'm gonna reassemble the whole thing. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of rubbing alcohol and I guess soapy water and clean that off really good, and then I'm gonna reassemble it. So give me a second here. Yeah, this stuff, that's what was on there. It's like, I don't know what that is. It looks like rubber silicone, but it was in front of the thing. I'm trying to flick it like a booger, but it was in front of here all over the surface, and it comes off pretty easy. It just kind of wipes off of there. So I'm going to wipe that off really good, and then I'm going to test it and see if it works, because now I'm beginning to think that maybe, just maybe, you can't have any air between this sensor and the windshield, and maybe that was supposed to be a solid mating surface. If you look at this really close, you can see the sensors going around the side. Let me see. Yeah, it won't focus on it, but there are 6 sensors going around the side, and then there's the light emitting diode right where my thumb is. So that emits the light, and then the sensors detect any difference in the light being reflected back, and once it detects that, then it says, okay, there's rain on the windshield or something on the windshield, and the windshield kicks on. So I'm gonna clean that up really good, put it back, try it like that. If not, then I'm gonna have to, I guess, put something on there that fills up the space, but it's not like that goop that's there. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Yeah, there we go. I flicked that booger right off. All right, let me finish cleaning this up. I got it clean. See, now you can see those 6 sensors going around the outside of it. Yeah, and then I guess that's one more sensor right in the middle. I got it clean. It was a pain in the butt. It seemed like it was almost some kind of grease in there, but like the windshield part, I kept cleaning it, and the more I cleaned it, the more it got smeared. It was a pain in the butt. I just had to keep wiping and wiping. Now it's nice and clean, and this is nice and clean. We're gonna try it like that, see if it works properly. If it doesn't work properly, then maybe there needs to be something on there to, I guess, between this and the windshield, so that there's no air pocket in between there. I can't imagine that it would need to be like that, but I'm not sure how this stuff works. To me, this is all witchcraft. All I know is how to take it out and put it back together. So I'm gonna put it back together, which it can't be any more straightforward than this. You know, it's just this plugs into here. I'm gonna give it one more wipe down before I put it in. Make sure I don't have my grubby fingerprints on there. All right, and then it just pops back into here like so. And then this metal ring pulls it in place. And so there's a hole, there are a couple holes, see, and you have to make sure you line the holes up. There are little tiny tabs, and you make sure you line the tiny holes up, and then have it clocked so that the tabs are at 3 and 9 o'clock, and then pop it back in place. So Yeah, if the tabs aren't lined up, it won't go back in, but I got the tabs lined up and it went right back in. So that was easy enough. Now that part is done. Let me go look at it from the outside, see if I can see more gobbledygook that I missed. Nope, it looks nice and clean. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna put the mirror back on, put that little piece in the back on. Here, let me show you how the mirror goes back on. So the mirror goes back on. So this is the way that it goes, that it's stationary, but you turn it a little bit counterclockwise and see, now it sinks in. All the tabs are ready to line up, and twist it, and now it's locked in place. And that's all there is to the mirror. There's no screws or anything holding it in place. There's just a tab in the back there that holds it from spinning back out. And once the mirror is in place, push this up, and then this little gizmo here just pops into place. Last but not least, yep, hear that click? Everybody's back where they should be. So now, I guess I'm gonna start the car up and spray some water on that and see if it kicks on. Alright, car came on. No error lights, so it's hooked back up the way it was. Let me go outside, see what's going on here. I never took the wipers off of auto, so I spray some water on here. Huh. Nothing. Well, now we have a problem because the wipers should have kicked on by now if I sprayed some water on it. I don't know if maybe this is the wrong kind of jet or what. Alright, so I sprayed with my spray bottle, it didn't kick on. So let's see if a stream from a water hose will work, because I don't know. We'll just try it. Yep, it works. You spray water on there and the wipers come on, and then the wipers go off. You spray water on there. Alright. So yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. Like I said, I don't know if I'm allowed to have an air pocket in between there, if that affects performance. I guess I'll know the next time it rains. I'll see if it acts the way I want it to, or if it's going to be a problem. If it does, then I'm going to have to look online, see if maybe there's some kind of resin that goes in between there and the windshield. We'll see. But for now, as far as I know, it works.